Well, hello everyone. My name is Stephen Rigdon, and today we're going to review a classic title for the Atari 2600 for class. This particular title is called Smurf Rescue in Gargamel's Castle, and it is Smurf just like the TV show. And you can see our iconic little Smurf man with his white hat and his white pants. And I gotta be honest, when I approached this title, I was a little apprehensive because historically I've had very poor experiences with video games based off of movie and TV show licenses. They don't usually turn out well, they're usually rushed, and the production quality is usually very, very low. But as I'll discuss more in depth later, this title actually turned out to be a pretty decent little title. But we'll get back to that in a little bit. A little background about this game. It was developed in 1982, so right around the time the popularity of the show was at its peak. And it was published by Coleco and CBS Software. And Coleco developed the game in-house. And a little interesting tidbit about that is that Coleco developed it for the Atari 2600 and the ColecoVision at the same time. And that's interesting. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game. Now, as you can see, there's no main menu and there's no splash screen. When you start it up, it literally dumps you right here at the beginning of the first level, and it plays an 8-bit chiptune version of the Smurf theme song. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And now, as you can see, I got my lives now. You can move left and right using the arrow keys, and you can also jump using the up arrow. And you can also do this arcing double jump, and I don't want to admit how long it took me to figure that out. I actually stood here dying at this gate for quite some time before I was like, oh, okay, you can double jump. Now, I am curious as the background is a pink color. I can only assume that's because of color limitations. Obviously, they couldn't make it blue because we would have lost our Smurf man in it. So I assume that's the reason why. Now, as for this particular scene, I do like the sunset a lot, and I like that we were able to incorporate clouds and everything like that. But I am a little curious as to why this little black bar is in here. I'm not sure if that's an error with the emulator or what, but go ahead and jump the river here and get across. Now, one of my biggest issues with this game is that everything tries to kill you. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Everything tries to kill you. These just look like normal stairs, right? Well, yeah, you can just jump up them and they act like normal stairs. But what happens when you go down the stairs? Dead, right? Not only that, but if you walk into the stairs, you're dead. Great. Okay. I'm not sure what the design decision was, but that's a little odd to me. That doesn't sound very um, well thought out. Now this room is interesting because the background music changes. It was like a really cheery chip tune version of the Smurfs theme, but in here they pitch shift it by about 2 octaves down, and they slow it down, and it sounds terrible. It's horrifying. I'm not sure what they were thinking. It hurts my ears, honestly. I think no music or maybe something faster paced would have been better suited here. But let's go ahead and move on. I'm not sure why they included 2 river scenes in the first level. That seems kind of lazy to me. I would have understood why they would do it in subsequent levels. Obviously they didn't have a lot of resources, but to do 2 almost identical scenes in the first level just seems lazy to me. And then we reach the last level here, and you can see Smurfette is waiting for us on the platform. Now, one thing I've seen that is kind of annoying, and this took me forever to find out, but you have to double jump onto these next 2 purple boxes. If you single jump here, you'll die. So, you know. And also, if you run into them, you'll also die. Okay. So, that's fun. And just like that, you'll go ahead and die. But that's the end of the level. And it's actually not a bad little game at all. So you'll start at the beginning with your lives again. I really like it. It's a neat little side scroller, and honestly, the controls are really tight. Everything's very responsive. There's no lag. And as far as licenses go, games licensed for cartoons and movies, this actually isn't terribly bad. And aside from the issues that I mentioned with the music and everything trying to kill you, it's actually a pretty solid little side scroller. Anyway, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to my Let's Play, and I'll see you again in the next video.